Greetings, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all other social media outlets out there. My name is Matthew V. Williams. I'm the author of The Legend of the #1 Pencil. It's a poetry book available at bookemon.com. That's www.bookemon.com. I'm coming to you today to give you 3 reasons for purchasing this book. I know money is tight. We don't like spending money or whatnot, but I think that you'll really be missing out on something if you don't grab my book for these reasons. Reason number 1. I believe that academia needs some new classics. We're all familiar with Shakespeare, we're familiar with Langston Hughes and several other poets. None of the poets that you're familiar with are really from the modern age. They're not really from the digital era. I don't know what it is. We kind of try to hold on to old things, and they're still great poets, but I think that we can add to that body of poets. And I would like for my work to be included with that if possible. I feel like my work has merit to it. I invite universities to purchase my book and bring it in the classroom and allow students and professors to dissect it, to critique it. I write every single line of my poetry with a lot of thought. I put a lot of thought into everything that I write. I don't do a lot of the fillers, a lot of the cliches. I try to keep things as original as possible and as meaningful as possible. So I think that my writing has a place in the university environment. Reason number 2, I feel like I'm a writer who understands the power of poetry and the purpose of poetry. When we write prose is really designed to allow us to understand each other, and that's great. That's a beginning. But what poetry does is it takes it to another level. Not only do we get to understand each other, but we get to relate to each other. So, for instance, there's a difference between me telling you that I'm in pain versus me telling you that I've spent my entire life walking across hot coals. That's the difference. That's really what poetry does, is it takes that understanding and adds a relativity to it, where I can now feel to what degree you feel what you claim. My third reason for promoting this book is that I think we need to push literacy. Remember how we had the reading is fundamental movement years ago? I think we've kind of gotten away from that. And I think that this book, The Legend of the #1 Pencil, could be a step toward bringing literacy back. I teach high school, and I see it all the time where a lot of my students are illiterate or struggle with literacy. And the ones that do read, I'm just going to be honest with you, they spend their time reading erotic novels, and I don't think that that's appropriate. Whereas my book, I feel, is appropriate for early high school on up. It's not something that you would want to forbid your kids from seeing. It's relevant, it's intelligently done, it's something that can actually, I believe, make the reader more intelligent the more they invest into it. As you read it, dissect it, try to break it down, it actually, I believe, can open new avenues of thinking to the reader. So today, I come to you just asking you to help me make this a full-time gig. I would like to do this full-time. The more copies I sell, the more I can dedicate my time and my energy to this and make it my full-time thing. So again, my book can be found if you go to www.bookemon, that's bookemon.com, and look for The Legend of the #1 Pencil by me, Matthew V. Williams. Thank you so much for your time.